Hello guys, this is your channel TFD back again with another one. And today we got something special. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever just dropped brand new workout footage straight from the practice facility. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's straight fire. No fluff, no hype exaggeration, it's legit heat. If you're a fan, you're gonna love this one. We're heading all the way up to Indy for this, so lock in. Let's get it, let's go. Now, as you already know, we're still in the middle of CBA negotiations, and there's a lot of noise surrounding the league right now. A whole lot of talking, complaining, and nonsense. But guess what? None of that is slowing Caitlin Clark down. While everybody else is talking, she's working. That's the difference. She's already locked in on the 2026 season, sharpening the tools, tightening the handle, and getting those reps up like a straight-up machine. And on top of that, USA basketball is right around the corner too, so the timing couldn't be more perfect. She's clearly preparing for everything that's ahead. No distractions, no excuses, just work. Now, here's the crazy part. The Fever posted a clip with the caption, 22 for 22 getting buckets. And listen to this. Caitlin Clark went 22 for 25 from beyond the arc after her full workout. Not fresh, not just warmed up, after the grind, after the sweat, after the conditioning. That's elite level conditioning and focus. That's killer instinct. That's different. If this is how she's moving right now, 2026 might be scary. Like scary, scary. Let's go. All right, lads, let's talk about this properly, because I've got a feeling. Not a small feeling, not a maybe feeling. I've got a very, very good feeling that the WNBA season is happening, and it's happening on time. And if you're wondering why I'm suddenly this confident, I'll tell you exactly why. It's because the Indiana Fever are posting Caitlin Clark workout footage. Now, that might sound small to some people, but it's not small. It's calculated. Up until now, most of the Caitlin workout clips floating around have come from random trainers, open gyms, third parties, not the Fever. The Fever themselves? Very quiet, very controlled, very careful. And that matters because Caitlin is extremely careful with her image. So think back to when people were randomly throwing around that scab label. Whether you agreed or disagreed, one thing was obvious. Caitlin didn't engage. She didn't post. The Fever didn't amplify anything. Everything was muted. Strategic silence. But now, soft inhale, the Fever are going all in. Clean footage, polished edit, captioned numbers. 22 of 25 from beyond the arc. And let's talk about that number. 22 of 25 is excellent. It's elite efficiency. But here's the nuance. For a professional shooter, it's expected. People see that stat and say, best shooter in the league? Relax. For a pro, especially someone known primarily for shooting, 22/25 in a controlled drill is what you want. If she was hitting 15/25, then I'd be concerned. But 22? That's baseline excellence. Even good high-level amateur shooters can hit 16 or 17 out of 25 on a hot rack. Pros should live in the 20-plus range in workouts. That doesn't diminish Caitlin. It reinforces that she's operating where she should be. Now, the real conversation is about translation to game situations. Last season, she was dealing with injuries. On top of that, her three-point profile is nothing like a stationary catch-and-shoot specialist. She's shooting from deep, she's shooting off the dribble, she's pulling up from logo range, she's sprinting off screens into fades. And most importantly, she has full court gravity. That gravity is everything. Defenses pick her up 3/4 court. They deny her space before she even crosses half court. That changes spacing for the entire team. So when people say she shot 30%, she needs to be 40%, they're ignoring context. There's a massive difference between a 40% wide-open shooter and a 30% high-difficulty, high-gravity shooter. If you shoot 8 threes a game, the difference between 30% and 40% is roughly 2 to 3 points per game. But if that 30% shooter warps the defense from half court, that's worth more than the raw math. We've seen similar conversations around players like Sabrina Ionescu. The percentages don't always reflect the gravity. Now, mechanically, Caitlin's release is interesting. She's clearly dominant on one side. Her release point favors that dominant eye, similar to how Kevin Durant releases slightly across his frame, or how Lonzo Ball had that extreme side release early in his career. Because of that, she's lethal going left, truly elite. She may end up being one of the best pull-up shooters going left the women's game has ever seen. Going right, it's a tougher motion. She has to bring the ball across her body, and that split second matters at this level. Is it a weakness? Technically, yes. Does it matter if she's historically elite going left? Not really. Every great scorer has an A and B side. Defenders knowing it doesn't automatically stop it. Now, back to the bigger picture, the CBA. There's been this narrative that the players have lost leverage by publicly saying they want to play. That's nonsense. The players already prove they have leverage by negotiating massive increases. We're talking max salaries jumping significantly. We're talking median salaries tripling from around $90K into the $300K range. That's not losing, that's growth. But there's a difference between having more leverage than before and having unlimited leverage. The league still holds financial control. That's reality. So at some point, both sides meet in the middle. And right now, the tone has shifted. You can feel it. Frustration is turning into urgency. Players want to hoop, fans want a season, media reports are pointing towards progress. So when the Fever suddenly drop polished Caitlin workout footage, their first real in-house clip of her this year, I don't see coincidence. I see signal. Organizations don't post their franchise star ramping up publicly unless they're confident the season is happening. They're not going to push marketing momentum into uncertainty. Soft rasp on uncertainty. So yeah, maybe I'm reading into it, maybe I'm not. But between the salary movement, the tone shift, and the fever-mowing public with Caitlin's workouts, I'd say we're playing basketball soon. Calm and grounded delivery. And if 22 out of 25 is how she's looking in March, the league better be ready. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe.